Hello, my name is Laura Beaz Mejia, and this is a perspective on genetics and personal devices. Imagine this scenario. In the very near future, it may be possible to use something like a smartphone that contains information on your genetics so you can be updated on a regular basis about the potential risk you have for developing certain diseases. For example, the forecast today is light rain and your risk for heart disease is at 50% by age 42. I personally would not like my genetic information to be tracked and shared at this time. I don't believe there is technology that would guarantee 100% protection of our privacy. While I do understand that there are laws such as HIPAA in place to combat theft or unlawful distribution of our information, once the information is out there into the world, there's no turning back. By allowing our genetic information to be accessed by a third party on our smartphone device, we essentially lose the protection in place under the HIPAA privacy rule. The thought of having our genetic information used against ourselves by companies and corporations for non health related services is kind of disturbing to me. However, from a professional standpoint, I feel being able to track and share genetic information from a device can have many benefits. It can be good for tracking inexplicable trends of disease in certain populations or specific demographical areas, helping with prevention of that disease. With this information, public health can help pool resources to that area to provide education on prevention. Let's look at potential health benefits now. Those include the ability to look for cures, disease prevention, or slow down disease progression by living healthier and not picking up bad habits. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? You check your phone for the weather, you check your calendar, you check your email. If you can see that by next year, at 42 years old, you are 50% more likely to have a major cardiovascular event. That could sway you to not have that heavy breakfast with that salty bacon or ham. Instead, it could prompt you to have a healthier option of fruit, a hard boiled egg with whole grain toast. You could think, maybe I'll take a walk during my lunch hour instead of sitting in the break room on my phone. Subtle changes can have lasting effects. Potential drawbacks to the possibility of having genetic information on a personal device could potentially lead to equity issues, a decrease in mental health, emotional trauma, increased anxiety. Some can have a difficult time understanding the information being provided or can interpret it incorrectly. The accuracy of the information could also be low. The decrease in mental health, emotional trauma, or increased anxiety can result if someone doesn't have access to healthcare or not have a physician they can trust or see in a timely manner to obtain an explanation of this information. The CDC found that approximately 73% of people who use the direct to consumer DNA and health testing kits had never heard of genetics counseling. Quick question here. How many direct to consumer genetic or DNA test kits have been sold worldwide? Since 2019, over 26.5 million people and growing have purchased these kits. Now, that's a lot of information out there that nobody or not a lot of people really know what to do with. So, additional drawbacks. Someone can always hack into the technology and use your information against you. Take this as an example. If companies have access to an applicant's DNA information, they could be biased against hiring them if they see the applicant has a genetic illness that can develop in the coming years, even under the protection of GINA, which is the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act of 2008, which protects Americans from discrimination based on their genetic information. Companies can be deterred from hiring as they feel the applicant will have many missed days of work, unable to perform their job duties, increase their health insurance premium, or even pay out life insurance early on. Other potential public health applications could be the development of technology, more readily available subjects and information to study. Public health can provide follow up education to the communities about their findings from those test kits. Being able to tailor medication therapies towards specific populations, not just geared toward a majority population. Drugs can be manufactured to combat disease much faster than they are now with the vast availability of information. Now, the last question we need to ask ourselves is, given that epigenetics acknowledges that not all genes would be expressed even if present, would this type of technology still carry value? In terms of preventions, I think yes. If this technology can help a person live their life the healthiest they can, why not? It can help make decisions to seek treatment early on or ask the right questions at our doctor's appointments. Some people need this kind of motivation to stay on track of their health. We are always too busy or we put others ahead of ourselves. But when we can have this information available just at the tip of our fingertips as a reminder to stay on top of our health, it can make a world of a difference. Thank you.